Hello and welcome back to another episode. So this time I'll be playing the Quarian engineer, and this one in particular is actually kind of dear to me. This was the first multiplayer character I really enjoyed. I did try to switch things up a little bit here, and it doesn't quite go according to plan. The idea was to use the sentry turret to prime cryo explosions with cryo ammo, and rockets and extra damage for fire support. And then I was going to detonate the cryoblasts with incinerate, but it wasn't quite working out as well as I'd have liked. So I'll probably not be able to take advantage of that too much. It might work better against factions that don't have a lot of armor, but when I was testing it, it did not go as well as I was hoping. But other than that, it's a pretty solid character all around. The sentry turret, I believe, is actually accurate enough to mail slot the guardians for you. And even if it's not, you can always throw the sentry turret behind them and handle it. What wave are we on? 3. This isn't a bad spot, really. We've got Geth, which are a bit of a problem, I suspect. But I think most of this one's going to be relying on the sentry turret and the incinerates to do the bulk of my work. Yeah, I think this group's gonna have no problem handling this one. These guys seem to be on top of their stuff. And as I was saying, I really do like the Acolyte. It's a, they say it's a pistol, I say it's a grenade launcher. But, yeah. Group cleaned up that wave rather nicely. I'm feeling really good about this group. I saw a hunter back there somewhere. And there's pyros. And you can see they were spawning behind me, which I was hoping wouldn't be the case, but things appear to be under control still. Yep, there's pyro over there. It looks like somebody's using the Geth Trooper, which, as we've seen from the video I had, that flamer is pretty serious. I'm not even sure how that one managed to track their target and hit. Looked like it went into the ground to me. But with him priming things with the flamethrower and me using the incinerates, that'll work out pretty well. And I apparently forgot to close one thing, so I'm going to handle that real quick. Apologies. Shit. Getting flanked by pyros is pretty bad. The pyros are pretty dangerous. The caveat being that they have to get real close and flank you for them to actually use their dangerousness. But As we saw, all it takes is a little bit of inattentiveness, and suddenly they're all up in your shot. There we saw the Acolyte manage to hit both of those Geth Hunters and wipe out their shields. Merry Christmas! Yeah, I love it. I really do like the Acolyte. It is a solid weapon. It probably takes a bit to get used to, but I tend to gravitate toward grenade launchers. So as soon as I saw the arcing trajectory, I had a really good idea how to hit targets with it. And you saw even then, across the map, pretty much dead hit on 2 different targets. Not that it's terribly hard, courtesy of the blast radius, but I suspect a lot of people are probably a little less accurate. Although that shot I think I missed. Let's see. That's also another nice trick. You can actually hit cloaked hunters with powers and they'll track and everything. All you have to do is make sure that you're in as close to the middle of the hitbox as you can, and the power will home in on the Geth Hunter. It's a useful thing to keep in mind. Yeah. I thought there'd be surprises back here. Yeah, I guess Incinerate just doesn't detonate cryo bursts, even though the stuff I was reading said it did. That's alright. This build still does pretty decent damage as long as I stay attentive and keep the turret up. I'm much more worried about the pyros than the bomber, though. And get myself caught on geometry. Let's see what he's fighting. Nothing. Or a dead thing, depending on how you want to look at it. Throw a new turret out. Oh, there's a Geth Prime right there, too. That's awesome. Where is he? Shit. That did not move the way I was hoping it would. And the Quarian turret, much like the Geth turret, or the human engineer turret, is on a very short cooldown. So having to redeploy it isn't really that much of a problem. And when you consider the amount of damage it can actually absorb, the turret itself has like 1700 health. It's a pretty serious amount of HP. And I do think the Quarian turret overall is my favorite of the turrets, between the human drone, the Geth turret, and the Quarian one. I'm not going to fire at the bomber. The bomber, because it's a flying target and it's pretty mobile, it's a little harder to hit. Pyros, however, I will totally fire at. Yeah, he's using the Falcon. Thought that's what it was. The M37 Falcon is the game's actual grenade launcher, unlike the Acolyte, which is technically a pistol. You can see there, I missed the target with the initial trajectory, but it bounced off the wall behind him and hit him anyway. Because I do what I want. Yeah, wrecked that pile of guys. This is a really good group. Oh no, I guess he's a Geth engineer, if he's throwing down the turret. Or we have more than one Geth. Yeah, because I don't think the Geth engineer has the flamer. And actually it's extraction time already. This is a very fast round. Although I guess that's the consequence of having a party that's really on the ball. And normally I like to be a bit further away. I've mentioned a few times, but defense in depth is pretty useful for the extraction. But this one, this is probably far enough, honestly. And I could not get a piece of that hunter in time. The only real downside to the Acolyte, well, its ammo is a downside, but it also has a pretty long charge up compared to how long it takes to actually apply damage with a weapon that doesn't have one. Let's see if I can go get that guy. Got 47 seconds. Stagger him again. Enemies tend to stagger when you hit them with powers. And that was kind of my plan there, was to stagger the pyro while I try to revive my buddy. Yeah, in retrospect though, I should have done a few other things different. Like, I took the damage bonus to incinerate for hitting a frozen or chilled target, which I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have just taken the usual damage bonus to all armored targets. I also took the cryo ammo, which didn't really pan out as well as I was hoping either. But nevertheless, hope you enjoyed.